Howdy, everybody. I am sorry that this has been a while. Yes, that's one of my cats. That's Stan the man. He acts like the man of the house. Uh, he goes wherever he wants to go. Don't you, big boy? Yeah. Anyways, sorry, Stan was a little bit of a distraction. He better not do what I think he's fixing to do. He he's gonna sit here and he's gonna watch me film. Actually, anyways, like I said, I'm sorry it's taken me a while to get this video up because I had actually recorded a bunch of stuff. I had all this information. I went in to start editing it, and the files were corrupted. Yikes! I don't know how it happened. I don't know what happened, but I lost all the information. And when you're working in an app like Ancestry, you can't exactly go back in there and say, oh, let's take out all this stuff and I want to do it again because I want to be able to film it. It doesn't quite work that way. So you kind of have to go with what you go with. So I did do a new one, and I was able to incorporate some of the things that I did in the other video. One of the things is showing you how to put the pictures in, how to do a little bit of editing and stuff. Maybe later on I'll work on some of the other things and maybe do something a little different with some of the other photos. But I put a few things in. That was one of the things I did on the corrupted file was show you how to download a video, put it in, and have it in your profiles and for your pictures with your family and stuff like that. So anyways, I did get that done, and I did do a little bit of research that I didn't do. Today I'm doing Hazel, which was my grandfather's mother, so she's my great grandmother. Uh, and well, let's just say that I need to just quit talking and go to the video. This is a different cat. This is Minnie. This is the litter mate to the one that walked behind me. She's a little bit more reserved than her brother is. She'd rather just sit here and sit by you. But anyways, as I was saying, I am just going to quit talking. I am going to get the get the clip started of me working in the Ancestry app, and let's just say this one's going to be good. Okay, so now it's time to come in here and to see what I got and didn't get since some of my files were corrupted. Um, like I said, it's a little irritating when you work on something, you do all this stuff just to find out that your work was for nothing. So let's get busy here and let's see what we can find out. My ancestry thing keeps telling me I've gotten some new hints, so we'll come up here and look. Yeah, it did put Hazel in, so they do have that in, but since y'all didn't get to see me putting in the pictures here for my mom, for my uncle, and for my two grandparents, I'm going to do one for myself now and one for Hazel, so that way y'all can kind of see the process and see just how easy it is. Hold on a second. Pull that up a little bit there. Yeah, so go in, view profile. And of course, as I said, the one that got taken away from me, you see the little pencil mark here. That is your edit button. You hit that, see it says take photo or upload from a device. Well, since it's easier to upload, I am going to hit that. And let's see, I'm going to come down here to download because it won't let me select the photos off of this device because they are actually part of another one. And Oh, they didn't come through. Well, yeah, actually they did. I think they did. But not the one I'm looking for. Oh, yes, there they are. I'm sorry, they did come in. They just apparently put them in the order that they were in my phone. So I've got 3 here to choose for myself. Let's see here. I've got uh, that one there. That one's got a great smile. The one in the roses. That's an interesting thought. Or the one with the my wall of crosses back behind me. Uh, that is several years worth of accumulation there on that. That one was actually from 2018, so that was a few years ago. Actually, looking at this, they're all 3 from 2018. Um, I don't have a lot of really good recent photos, so I'm going to go with one of these. Let's see. You know what? I was feeling really good on this one. I'm going to put that one in. Uploading. This will take just a couple of moments. And I'm still getting the wheel. Come on. Too bad I can't record showing how I did it from my phone, but it's really easy. Like if you're downloading something from your phone onto like a laptop or something like that, there's usually a share button that will allow you to send something over. And in this case, all I had to do was Bluetooth it over, and it sent my photos that I wanted to put in. And here we go. We're almost there. For some reason, this is working slow tonight. Now, you see this grid pattern here. This is to allow me to crop things out. Like, for instance, if I don't want to put, the blanket and all that stuff in, I can move it over, focus a little more. You just grab the corners there, and there. That's pretty well centered in. Hit the next button. Yeah, preparing media details. I always love those things like that. So there's a picture of me, nice and big and plain there. Of course, I can tag myself if I wanted to. Let's see. Uh, Tag Jennifer Garrett. Yeah. So I hit my name there, so that way it would show that I am tagged in this picture. So that way, if anyone ever looks at it again, they can go, oh, okay, that's Jennifer there. In this image, Jennifer Garrett, birth, all this. So this is, of course, going to go anywhere. Down at the bottom here, below my picture, see the thing says, tap the photo anywhere to tag people. Well, of course, like I said, my name came up, so I tagged it. So let's see. Yep. All right. I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to get to let me go over to the done button, but it's not letting me. Okay, got my name tagged. Okay, I'm going to go back then. I'm going to hit the X button, see if that will let me out. It says one tag, so I'm guessing that allowed me to tag. Uh, family, portrait family photo. Photo was added by Jennifer Garrett, okay. And so now we hit the save button. The other one I had put my picture in, but since I accidentally ended up with 2 trees, I thought, I'll take and do a different photo so that way if I get mixed up, I can always look and go, oh, hey, this is, this tree and this is that tree. Let's see, done. Should save it and add it. Yep, there it is. See, there is my face. Of course, under self, And if I want to go, like you saw the other two there, see underneath gallery, there's a dotted line with the camera button. Hit this and see upload audio. No, don't want to do that. Record audio. We'll go back to the camera roll and go back to the download, since I had to download them off of my phone to get them to record onto this. And let's see, I can go ahead and add these other two. See there, put them in, hit the done, and there we go. I have just added two more photos. Give them a second to process in. It always takes forever, it seems like, for these things to process like they should. In fact, whenever I'm downloading the videos to go onto my page, it started out that it would take like 30 minutes to an hour, and sometimes there was one night that it took like 7 hours for it to download. I don't know if I hit like a high traffic time or what, but it took a while. Just out of curiosity, I'm gonna touch it to see if it will make it speed up or anything. Because you see on this middle one here, sorry, hit the wrong thing there. I hit the fax. I didn't want to hit the fax. It looks like a little cloud with a download sign. Oh, it doesn't do anything. Okay, I touched it and it didn't do anything. The only thing I did was move my history and life story and stuff. Well, stay on this page. I'm going to go ahead, come up, let it keep downloading. And of course, all my information and stuff. Stuff about my mom. Only thing is, they got the age wrong. She wasn't quite 80. She was actually a few months short of her 80th birthday. So I might need to figure out what they have on there that has, changed her birthday. Oh, it looks like the symbols have moved a little bit more. So maybe that's just the processing thing to tell me it's taken a while for them to process. Like I said, it's, the two blurry pictures. You look down in the bottom right hand side. Yep, that's what that is. That is the clock thing that tells you how long. And it looks like this first one here is almost ready. It seems to have moved just in the time I was looking at it. So maybe that means it will be done here in just a couple of seconds and y'all can see the finished progress. Of course, it might have helped if I downloaded them one at a time. I just didn't feel like going back in and getting that second one or third one. Yeah, it's almost there. Looks like it's almost closed in. Yeah, I think it has. Oh, there we go. That's probably processing it in. It'll probably reappear here in just a moment behind what I'm using as my profile picture. And the second one is in. And it hasn't come back up yet. Okay, tell you what, we'll come back and we'll see if it comes up later. Okay, there's me. Of course, there's Grandma and Grandpa. Hazel. We'll come up here to her. Go on to hers. And I did hit that, didn't I? Yeah, I think it's just taking a while for it to process. But I had a really good picture, I thought, of her. It was one that I really, really liked. So, let's see. Select from gallery. Oh, no, not that one. That was the pictures that were part of the thing here. Okay, let's try that again. Upload from device. Download. And this one right here. I don't know why. I guess it's because at that time that picture would have been so hilarious. And it shows you kind of the spirit of my great grandmother, that they pay all this money for this photographer to come. And what does she do? I mean, that it's not like nowadays. Remember back 100 years ago, actually this was a little bit more than 100 years ago, because I think in this picture she was like 16 or 17 years old. People didn't have cameras at home. If they wanted pictures, they had to hire someone to come take the picture. So this picture here, they hired someone to come take a picture so that Grandma Hazel would have a picture with a cow. I swear, I know I would have loved her. Uh, I really would have loved her if I ever got to meet her. So, let's see. Let's cut out a little bit more. Well, no. Yeah, let's leave the cow like that. Well, now let's get a little bit better. Yeah, you can also move the grid. If it's the size that you want, you can move it and position it, which is what I just did there. Next, let's see how the picture looks. Look at that. That is Hazel Belle Rogers Beardsley Noble. Of course, at that time, she was just Hazel Belle Rogers. But I mean, look at that. The family cow, she's hugging it. It's like her favorite thing there. I love this picture. I mean, I honestly do. Let's see. Let's see if that has her tagged properly in it now. I almost feel like I should tag the cow too, but I'm not going to. Okay, so let's go back out. Let's see. Save. So we're going to hit the save for this. Yep, that looks about right. Hit the done. If you can't do a fun picture, why do a picture at all, right? So now this one is added to the gallery and it is now a part of her collection. Um, since y'all didn't get to see me putting her in last time, I'm going to go in and look at some of the hints uh, that probably went with hers. Hazel Belle Rogers, birth November 1891 in Iowa. It was like Potomac, Iowa, I believe. Residency in 1900, Mission, Brown, Kansas. Now that one, I don't know if that's right or not. So we're going to come in here and we're going to look at the census. You remember when I did the census on her first husband, Beardsley? The first time I somehow got pages mixed up and ended up where it wasn't on their page, and I kept looking and couldn't find them. I went back a second time and I found them almost instantly. So we're going to see if it will pull up. Let's see, Hazel Belle Rogers, uh, Potomac County, Iowa. Okay, so it's the county of Potomac, the 1900s. So she would have been a child because if she was born in 1891 and this is 1900, then she's 9 years old, 8 or 9, depending on where her birthday fell. Single, related to head of house, James Rogers. Okay, someone apparently spelt Tafina's name wrong because they have her Apohina Rogers. But the Jet Rogers, Blanche Rogers, and William Rogers, I believe that's all correct. Um, Blanche Rogers was an infant who died like as a small child, a baby. Jet was her brother. I think, like I said, I think that they got the name Tafina wrong. Because back then, I mean, Tafina wasn't really, I don't think, what you'd ever call like a common name. Uh, So someone might have, misseen it, misread it, something. But we'll go to the census record here and see what it pulls up. Page 29 of 34. Okay. Just making sure. Kansas County of, I think that's Brown. Someone's got some bad writing. Uh, even for back then, that's bad writing. Whoop. Let's see. Superior District number 1. Something District number 30. Sheet number 15. Okay. Let's see. The last name Jennison. That's not going to be them. Daly, Heatherton Bates. Now, remember, we still, up here at the top, the first one, the place of birth of the person, that's the person listed where they were born, usually the state. The next one is going to be the father, and the last one's going to be the mother. So, hopefully this will get us, oh, look, here they are. They're right here close to the top. James. I think that's supposed to be Tafina, and someone just misspelt it because that looks like a T-A-P. Well, someone definitely misspelt that. There's Hazel, Jet, Blanche, and William. I believe William was another one died. I remember there was 2 that died, like in infancy or at birth, and then Jet he actually lived to be about 16, and then he died tragically when a cistern collapsed in on him. And just the fact that we have a James, and like I said, I think that's supposed to be Tafina, and someone just somehow either misspelt it or read it wrong. And that looks like Hazel right below it, and of course that's definitely Jet, Blanche, and William. So, here I'm going to pull it up here where it's a little bit more framed. All of them are white. Male, female, all this. James's birthday, May. I can't read what that says for Tafina, but it has her listed as being born in 1874. That means Grandma Tafina was born about 100 years before I was. Wow. Okay, Hazel, November, which, if I remember right, that's about when her birthday was. Jet, and then Blanche and William. So, just curiosity here, 1891, 1895, 1897, 1899, I believe that is. So, let's see, pull it all over here. Okay, so, oh wow. Okay, got some interesting things going on here. Of course, it shows that he was born. Like I said, someone's writing is really bad. I can't read for certain what state that is for James. And it looks like Tafina, they were both born in that same state, as well as, that might be Iowa. In fact, I almost think it is Iowa, because that's where Hazel was born, was Iowa. So that might be Iowa, just someone spelling it really badly. But it shows here that James's father was born in Ohio and his mother in Indiana. Yeah, that's Indiana, so that's probably Iowa. Um, let's see. Is that, oh my word, Tafina's father? I Does that look like Ireland to y'all? Oh my word, Tafina's father. So that means some of the records I was looking at on the other pages might be wrong. Because here, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but if that is Iowa listed for her birthplace, and like over here on James's, his mother is listed in Indiana, that's Ireland. Wow. Okay, so those other pages I was looking at, those might have been a bit wrong. Oh, I just might have gotten a closer connection here to to Ireland than I thought I had originally. Which, of course, like I said, when you're just going by what you can see and you don't know for certain until you can look at records, and here I am looking at it. Uh, Ireland for her father. Oh wow! So now we got to find out who her father is. Shows her mother though was born in Iowa. Uh, I'm gonna have to say something. Someone needs to work on their writing on some of these things. Someone's got some really bad writing. Oh my word. Okay. So that changes some of the narrative that I was reading on the free one that I did, the one that I was doing where I didn't have, any information. I was just trying to go on what it was giving me. So that tree I've already proven wrong here by looking at just one census. James, Chauncey, Tafina, Hazel, Jet, Blanche, and William. And like I said, it's trying to keep it so that way everything's kind of lined up here. Come over here, and it shows all of them being born. Iowa, or not, yeah, Iowa. Okay, I think I just found a new tongue twister. And then James's father was Ohio, and Tafina's father, Ireland. All right, so I might be back on track once again for trying to find out Tafina and if the story about an inheritance in Ireland is true. Oh, okay, this is exciting for me. Okay, this is like really exciting for me. Okay, because I mean, I just found the first record of an Ireland connection through Tafina, and that's exactly what I was looking for. And okay, I'm really excited. I mean, I really, really, really am. Also, one other thing to look at that I almost forgot about. Back up here at the top, it says mother of how many children? Mother of how many children living? Okay, so it says she's a mother of 6, but this time there are 4 living. Okay, so that would mean that these were all the living children. I think Blanche ended up going by a different name. I might be wrong because there was a few years there. It's actually in between Hazel and Jet that the 2 small children were born, and that would fit with the fact that Hazel was born in 91 and Jet in 95. So that would put enough space in between for 2 children to be born and 2 children to pass away. Yes, actually, I remember now because some of my uncle's research showed that one of the children was named Fawn, and that was one that passed away. So these are all the living children at this point by the 1900 census. All of their living children are alive at this time. Okay. I'm sorry. I gotta go back and I've got to look at that one again. Ireland. Oh my word. And like I said, I'm really excited because that means that, like I said, the other tree that I was looking at, I've proved it wrong. The connections that it was showing were not the actual family members that I thought that they were. Okay, so I have a grandfather from Ireland. Excuse me. Excuse me. Let me correct that. See, this is Hazel. She was my grandmother. or excuse me, my great-grandmother. Tafina was my great-great-grandmother. So that means I have a great-great-great-grandfather who was Irish. That's 3, 4, 5. That's 5 generations back. I have made a connection to Ireland 5 generations back. Okay, so let's. Whoop, that went a little bit too far. Let me pull that back up here. That's not what I intended to do. uh, Sometimes when you're working with things you're not familiar with, you hit wrong buttons. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay, Hazel B. Rogers, Mission Brown, Kansas. Apparently that's where they were living at that time. And like I said, they got the name wrong because Athena and Tafina are pretty close. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the yes on that one. And Hazel B. Rogers says Hazel B. Rogers was Hazel Belle Rogers. Okay, I'm wondering if by hitting that check mark, if it's going to change it and take out the Bell, because I'd really like to keep in the Bell. I'm going to take that name out. November 1891. Birthplace, Iowa. I'm like I said, I'm going to leave that one in because that one's kind of curious. Okay. Let's see. James Rogers. Let's see. Come down here. So I'm just curious here because with her being born in 1891 and their marriage date in 1891, I'm wondering when they got married. It did happen back then just like it does now. So okay, let's see what Tafina's records will get us. I'll have to. You know what? I'm going to correct that. That is Tafina. Tafina. Okay. Even though they've got it wrong, like I said, I'm going to correct that because my mother knew her own grandmother's name. So it's let's see, birth date December 1874, marriage date just has 1891 in here. So they back then, they didn't have birth control. So I mean, they might have had a honeymoon baby. They might have gotten married and got pregnant right off the bat. Don't know because wasn't there. Jet was her brother. I'm just going to July 1895. Like I said, recognize the names Blanche and William. I think actually I think there is one more that needs to be born because 4, 5, 6, actually two more that need to be born. There is the one that was 2 years older than Grandpa. That was Enel, and I think there's one between Enel and William. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because 5. Yeah, I think she actually gave birth to 8 children. Because, like I said, Enel's not in this record. But, let's see. Blanche, female, December of 1897. Let's see. William Rogers, November of 1899. So he was just a tiny little thing. He wasn't even a year old at this census. And for anybody who's wondering, yeah, they probably would have kids that close together because remember, like I said a few moments ago, they did not have birth control. So come back up here. Like I said, I changed the name because Tafina is what her name was. Athena, like I said, someone could have looked and misspelt it because I mean, it's not like a name like William or James or anything like that that people would hear every day. So I'm going to hit the save button. And now I know that Tafina has a father from Ireland. Oh my word. Nice work. A new record has been added to Hazel Belle Rogers. Hazel Belle Noble. That one is correct. I'm going to go into that one and I'm going to put that in because that, of course, is her second husband. Um, I don't know why the marriage with uh, Albert Beardsley ended like it did. There was a problem displaying this page. Okay, well, it doesn't want to display, so I'm just going to pull out of it for right now. Look at that one later. That actually says Global Find a Grave Index. So that's a grave index. I'm not going to worry with that one. 1910. Let's see, that one might be her. But if she was living there, she would have been married at that time. No, not 1910. 1910. Let me correct that. 1910. She was, see, 91. 01. Yeah, she would have been 19, and I think, let's see, considering Grandpa was born 1912, then that means that she was about, what, 18? So that one might or might not be right. I'm going to go past that one for right now. The 1930 census one, she was dead by 1930 because she died in 1918. So this one would be wrong because, like I said, she died in 1918, so she died before the 1920 census. So that one would not be her. Um, See, that's the right date there for her death under this obituary index. In fact, I have copies of it under her name. So that, like I said, that is wrong. Miss Hazel Rogers, marriage 26th of September 1912. No, that wouldn't have been her. Um, because she was married before the 26th of September 1912. Or at least, I should say, I'm pretty sure she was. So pull out of that. Wow. So, through the census records of looking, we have found out that, oh, see, now we have, see, right above Hazel's name, there's an up arrow. If I hit that, that's going to take me up to another layer. See, James Rogers and Tafina Rogers. So that gets me up to there. And look at that. Even through James now, we have two possible connections with him. Wow. Okay, so that means that's moving up pretty fast, but it's Tafina who I'm really wanting to get, a good hold with now. So we'll look at that later. Because like I said, that's going to be pretty exciting. I might have to do James's first before it'll give me Tafina's because for some reason it always wants to do the guys first. Go figure. But you know what? I'm pretty excited because now I know that Tafina's father here is going to be Irish. I mean, I saw it there. That's Ireland. considering how that guy would seem to be doing his eyes. That I say guy because the chances are pretty good that it was a man who did the census back then. Women didn't do a lot of those things. It was usually men going out and taking care of that. And they would go and then they would write it all down. Uh, Women were, I know this sounds horrible, but I mean, 100 years ago, this was the truth. Most of the time, most women were at home taking care of kids, taking care of the house, and stuff like that. So it was normally men who were out taking care of that. And a lot of times, government work like this, it would be young men because they would be training for some other position. So I guess next time that we do this, we will go through, we will do some stuff for James there and maybe download another photo for him. But honestly, I'm kind of excited right now because now I have seen proof that Tafina's father was Irish. Her father. That means that I've got a connection there right now that I can go and look through for Ireland. I might be setting my first peg for where I'm going to go on my trip in Ireland in 2024. But I'm pretty happy about that. I guess I will talk to you guys in the outro. Alrighty. So, what's y'all's opinion? What do you think? I'm really excited. I have the first proof that I needed for Ireland. Oh my word, I can actually say that now. I actually have a full link to Ireland. So Ireland Bound actually has an Irish link in it now. So now I just got to do a little bit more research on that, which of course is the direction I'm going because after all, I mean, my channel is called Ireland Bound because I'm looking into my Irish roots. Like I said in the last one, with my great grandfather, the one that, sorry, that's another cattail. That's my fuzzy cat there. That's Yosemite. Yeah, see, hi Yosemite. You want to say hi to everybody? Okay, he's going to watch from behind there. Uh, yes, I have cats. Anyway, so this is Ireland bound because I'm trying to trace my Irish roots, and I now have my first solid link and lead back to Ireland. And what I really, you know, and this is the reason I think that you need to, when you do something like this, you really need to do the full on, scope of everything, is because of the fact on the free one, it made it seem like the Irish ancestry, I'd have to go back 200 years, and here in just a little over 100 years, I'm finding a link because I'm able to access the documents. That's the important thing. I can access the documents. I can go in and I can look at the census records and everything else they have, obituaries, um, newspaper feeds, different things. And I can look and go, okay, yeah, that is my relative, or that isn't my relative. There's no way, this person died by this point. It can't be this person. You know, um, the other one, they would pop up names, and I would sit there and go, okay, well, I'm going to put it in, and I was sitting there, honestly, as a little bit disappointed whenever I wasn't finding Irish roots where I thought I should find them. But like I said, having the records and being able to look there, even though they spelt Tafina's name wrong, and I am like 99% sure that that's what they did. They just spelt Tafina's name wrong because of the fact that it was like Alafina, Tafina, Alafina. Whoever wrote it down, they did not write clearly. It might have been some guy who wasn't really caring, and just scribbled down what he thought he saw. Uh, and it took me a few moments to figure out that some of those letters I was seeing were eyes. You know, the thing about handwriting is it has evolved over time. Um, Letters that were written a certain way at one point, the style changed a little bit and they made them look different. Um, like I said, I had to look over and see the Indiana to realize that what that was, because I mean, honestly, when I looked at it, it looked like an L. I was trying to figure out, okay, what is this? Because I mean, it didn't look like Iowa at all. But the Indiana, the with the exception of the I, the rest of it, I mean, you looked at it and goes, okay, that has to be Indiana. And then you look and go, okay, the same guy wrote it. So if that's Indiana, this has to be Iowa. And the guy just has a crazy writing with it. Of course, in all truth of the matter, 100 more years ago, they probably never thought that there would be someone from the 21st century looking at going, what did he write? I mean, that was so far off that, I mean, us in the position we're at, we're not thinking of someone in, let's see, this is like 2023. We're not thinking of someone in 2123 looking at something that we put down and going, what did they write down? Or what was that's supposed to be? But hey, honey, quit doing that. Don't claw the couch. Okay? All right, thank you. Uh, for some reason, she thought she had to exercise her claws. Not on my couch. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, we don't stop to think, about what someone 100 years from now is going to look at and try to figure out. We don't, wonder, are they going to try to figure out my writing? Because a lot of us, we think, oh, no one's ever going to look at that. Who's going to care? So it's like I said, I think the guy, he just maybe had a little bit different style of writing, and so it's a little bit hard to figure out. It's some of the words and some of the letters he wrote were a little different, and I'm saying he because the chances of it being a woman doing the census are pretty slim. you know uh, Women back then pretty much spent most of their time at home. They were raising kids and they were keeping house. Uh, there might have been maybe some, college girls that, which would have been few and far between. Sorry, one of my kittens is fixing to get into trouble, and I'm trying to make sure he doesn't cause too much hassle here. The joys of having pets, or maybe they have us. But anyways, as I say, back then, they didn't have as many opportunities. A woman might go to college, but it wasn't anything for serious. It wasn't like she was studying to become a nuclear scientist, or actually back then, what would have been a doctor. Very few women studied to be doctors. There were some that did, but not very many. So, I mean, most of the time, women stayed home, they had babies, and they took care of the house and ran the household. So the chances are mostly that the census takers were men, and the people who were writing down the information were men. And sometimes guys don't have that good of handwriting. Some women don't either, but a lot of guys, their handwriting is not that good. But anyways, like I said, I figured enough of it out, and then whenever I saw that Ireland there, oh my word, I'm going to admit to you right now, my heart stopped. I was sitting there, it was like my first tangible, the thing I could actually look at and go, this is a link. You know, Tafina's father was Irish. Oh my word! Like I said, so many things hit my mind at one time. So now I have a direction to go. You know, it's going to take a little bit more research now because I'm starting to get into unfamiliar waters, and it's not going to be quite as easy as it has been because, up until I get to Tafina's line, I know so much of the history. Going past Tafina, going past James Chauncey, I know nothing. And so now I'm going to have to really look at things. I'm going to have to study things a lot more. And we'll get there. We'll get there. But that's part of the whole process here is to get things figured out. But anyways, as always, and I'm I'm doing this one specifically for my cousin Alan. So Alan, if you're watching this, you go down there below all of this, and there is a red box that says subscribe. Okay, and this was a conversation I had with Alan yesterday. So, anyways, you go down. There's a little box there that says subscribe. It's a red box. You hit the box, and it says, you are subscribed now. Okay, it's that easy, Alan. If you're watching this video, which hopefully you will be, it's that easy. Hit the red subscribe button, and then that way you can keep up with all the family stuff I'll be doing. So like I said, Alan, red subscribe button. Once you become a member of my page, just keep watching. You know, uh, since you are showing some interest right now, ask me questions. You know, do it on the page here, so that way other people see. Maybe someone else will get interested. But anyways, leave a like. You know, hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. That's the like button. Hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment. And if it's something that you want someone else to see, if it's something that you're going, wait a minute, that person sounds familiar, or I know someone who could benefit from this information, please feel free to share. I mean, it's not that hard. You just hit the share button and you type in who it is you want to share it with, and you know if you want to, however you want to send it, if you want to send it to your Facebook page, if you want to send it as a text message, uh, there's all sorts of different options that they open up for you. So you choose where you want to send it to and send away. So anyways, like I said, subscribe, like, comment, share. It's not that hard. But anyways, until next week, or a few days from now, depending on how excited I get over any more information I find. I hope everyone has a great week.